Reptile's revenge, everything feels off. So this episode to me, well, exactly as it said, everything has just always felt off and weird to me. Like, the setting is probably the biggest part. Like, they just immediately start there, but like, it doesn't even feel like a real amusement park either. Like, I don't know, it reminds me of the fucking Grunty Park level from Banjo-Tooie, but like, they immediately start here. It's this weird time of day and lighting outside, and everything feels like cheap, like some weird carnival. It's just like randomly on the grass in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't feel like a legit amusement park, and Tommy's in a different outfit for no reason, and then I don't know, just like all the other events in the plot and the story that happened just feel weird, but like again, I feel like it's mainly the setting and the atmosphere of this that feels really off, and like it doesn't fit well with the rest of the episodes. Director Tommy. Ooh. Oh. Pure evil. This is perhaps the most evil being in the entire Rugrats universe. Just look at him. This disgusting, oddly animated version of Tommy that cannot be the true Tommy, with this "who, me?" and everything about him brings disgust. Look at him, he is a menace. Those gums that I thought were teeth at first, and the weird face and head shape. And if you want the real story, he's from a 1998 Burger King commercial for the series that had toys in their kids' meal, and they did this weird animation with a joke about the director being a total baby. But look at him, Director Tommy is an evil menace. Robot Cat from intro appearances. So I'm sure like almost everybody who's seen this show finds it odd that this cat doesn't ever really appear in like the actual show itself, which is a shame because look at it, it's so lovely. And yeah, like this cat has always just been like as stand out in the intro as like the characters themselves are. In fact, when I think about the Rugrats theme song, this cat is like the immediate image that pops into my mind. And I even know Finny from Fine Sauce has like complained whenever he rarely brings up this show about this cat being in the intro but never actually appearing in the show itself. But what if it did? What if this cat was more of a prominent character, or presence at least, and maybe it did kind of was supposed to appear here, and maybe it's still trying to, almost as if like an apparition of some sorts, but more complete. But yeah, we need Robot Cat to actually be a real thing within the series, because not only does it make sense to be in the intro for no supposed reason, but means like mummified Mr. Friend, look how cool they are, put them in more things. Actually accurate Reptile bars and cereal. So I talked about this briefly in the first part of this, and yeah, look at these bars, aren't they neat looking? Well, that's not fucking what Reptile bars are supposed to look like. I mean, maybe sometimes there's an exception, but no, what we mostly know Reptile bars as being is this. Not whatever that other stuff is. It's supposed to be reptile shaped in a reptile raptor. Sure, maybe they had something like this out here, but that's more like Easter Bunny looking. But the reptile cereal is even worse and unexcusable. Like, what is this? This is not Reptile cereal, this Fruit Loop painted on Reptile bullshit. This is Reptile cereal, okay? I don't know why they couldn't do this, and this is how they did like all series like this. I fucking hate FYE, at least what they became, and all stores like that, and how it kind of ruined quote-unquote nerd culture for the absolute fucking worst. But yeah, this stuff is a fucking shame. It's the worst Rugrats merchandise because of that. It's so fucking overpriced and not worth it, and it's not even accurate to the show, and damn it, we need somebody to come together and make actually official, like, or not official, just something passionate and sincere that's actually accurate to the show, Reptile bars and cereal. Damn it. fate of Mr. Turkey. So do you remember Mr. Turkey from one of the Thanksgiving episodes, and how he ran around and it was all like, oh, Mr. Turkey, and it's like, no, you can't fucking kill him and eat him, and it's like, okay, I guess we won't, and you know, at the end you see them like hanging out with Spike and eating too, and yeah, they decide not to do anything to him, but then he's gone after that, so it's like, what happened to Mr. Turkey? Did they bring him to a farm maybe, or I mean, they certainly didn't keep him around the house as a pet, so maybe they did that, or was it something worse? Like, did they pull, like, a heel turn and go like, Mr. Turkey, how do you like your turkey? And you know, they ended up doing it, the deed anyway. Who knows what happened to Mr. Turkey? The Chuckys Mom Conspiracy changing thumbnail and lost original content. Okay, this is like the most like actually interesting entry in this layer. So this is a now old video. I've been saying that a lot this series, but it's called the Chuckys Mom Conspiracy, and that was just the original title. At first they added like another like title in front of that as part of like a series ever since when, I don't know, but that's not what it used to be called anyway. This video always kind of intrigued me because like I really liked it back in the day, but looking at it now it's not much, but it's still interesting because, well, one, it always bothered me that's not really much of a conspiracy, but two, like, all it did was just point out, like, mentions of, like, Chucky's mom in early episodes, like we did on this Iceberg. And then after that, the rest of it was just showing, like, scenes from the Mother's Day episode, and it didn't really say much after that, aside from, like, something obvious. Like, I guess, yeah, she was meant to be, like, a character before, but then they decide, no, let's just have her be dead instead, because we don't know what to do, and they ignore the barbecue story women, who we're still going to get to later. Also, the music in the very start of that video was always really haunting. I don't know where to find that remix of that version of the theme song. But anyway, to get to the point of the entry, the changing thumbnail bit, so what you see now when you search it, it wasn't the original thumbnail. It was originally like an image of like Chucky's mom with like the first like top head of her face cut off. It was this. But what's interesting is the reason I was able to get that screenshot is because it still shows that as the thumbnail in your history specifically. I know that's YouTube being like YouTube sometimes, but it's weird how it happens like this video only. And as for the missing content bit, I swear when I watched this video before, they had more examples in the beginning of Chucky's mom being mentioned, aside from Stu, like, mentioning her while putting him to bed. I'm positive, I'm 100% positive that it used to be, like, they showed other mentions, such as, like, Chucky talking about her when he had to be potty trained, like, oh, I remember my mom putting me on this, and stuff like that. And I think maybe it was in a follow-up video that, like, was made after people in the comments, like, mentioned those scenes, perhaps, but I can't find that anymore now, but even then, I swore that in the original video there was still more than that one example, and it's really strange that I can't find this anymore. And I mean, the upload date checks out. I'm pretty sure it's just still the original upload, even if it was like tampered with a bit. But yeah, if anybody saw this back in the day and they remember what I'm talking about, and maybe they can find said follow-up video, and maybe that has all of the content I was talking about, then that would be cool. But yeah, this was an odd layer, and well, it's only gonna get deeper from here, so